Hi and welcome. My name is Holly. Thank you for joining me today for your workout. Today I have a little bit of a challenge for you to try. This workout involves a step and compound moves. Compound moves are moves that just involve more than one muscle group at a time. So for example, lower body and upper body at the same time. Because of that, we will get that heart rate up just a little bit more than we normally do. So make sure you have a sweat towel and some water. We're going to be using a variety of weights to kind of go over the spectrum of all the muscles that we're going to be using today. I would like you to have a mat, and if you have a step or a stool, that is also something we're using today, but please make sure it's stable, that it doesn't have wheels or sliders on the bottom that will make it slip out from underneath you. If you don't have a step, you don't want to use a step, or you're traveling maybe and don't have access to one, don't worry, we'll be able to do all of this on the floor. Make sure that you have some great music playing and that you have already warmed up. You need to warm up for 5 or 10 minutes. I really recommend more on the 10-minute side if you have that time today. And that's it. Let's go ahead and grab that stuff and let's get started. All right, welcome back. I'm just adjusting my timer here. Place this right here. So we're going to start this first one with just one weight, and you get to decide how heavy you want the weight. It can be a little bit more on the heavy side just because we're only using one. I'm going to demonstrate the moves first, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Each move is going to be 45 seconds, and we're going to have a 15-second rest period, and we'll go through both of these moves twice. So the first one is going to be a side step off as we do a figure eight with that weight and come back up. Then we're going to change to that other side. In this, we want to make sure we stay back in the heels, especially to protect those knees. The second one, we're going to stir the pot. It's going to be a squat. We're going to perform a circle, bring it back to the chest and stand. And then on the second one, we're going to reverse that movement, okay? Grab your weight. Make sure there's space side to side. And let's go ahead and get started. Starting on the mat. If you don't have a mat, you're just going to be doing the move. Or a step, you're just going to be doing the move. So right here, figure eight. And press up, other side. Staying back in the heels, the tummy is nice and tight. Take your time. If I'm moving too fast, you can slow it down. This is a time to move. Don't feel like you have to perform a certain number of reps. As you get stronger, that's when you'll start to be able to flow faster. Stay in control, so don't move so fast that you are not in control of that weight. Control all the phases of the movement. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, take a break. You can shake it off. You can step down, you can put the weight down. All right. 5 seconds. Grab the shaft of the weight, shoulders down, feet hip-width apart, squat back into the heels. Give me a circle. Tummy is tight, stand up. And now the other way. You're thinking about keeping that core and chest stable. The only thing moving is the arms and that shoulder joint. That's it. Everything else is still. Find that breath. Stay back in the heels. Especially as you're reaching that arm out, you're really back in those heels. We have about 12 seconds. Good. Keep breathing. Keep that air flowing. Last one. Take a break. Shake it out. Feel free to step down if you like. And the steps can be as high or as low as you like. Okay, they don't have to be this high. All right, get ready for that figure eight. 2, 1, and begin. Step off. Figure eight. Belly's tight. We bring it back up. Other side. Staying back in the heel. Good, breathe. Abs are tight as we're keeping that core stable. Try to lift those toes on that side squat. 20 seconds. Whew, I'm already warm. Working multiple muscles at once really does change how you feel during that workout. Last one. Take it up, shake it out. I'll try not to breathe too hard in the microphone. Whew. All right, we're going to grab that shaft. We're going to have our feet hip-width apart. 3, 2, squat, circle, back up. Again, squat, back in the heels, circle, back up. Breathe in deep. Use that breath. We never want to hold on to that breath or that pressure in the body. Use it during the phase that's the most difficult. 20 seconds. You got this. Stay back in the heels. 10. Make sure you're lifting the toes up. Those abs stay tight, especially at this very last one right here. Take it up. All right. Shake it out. Weights go down. Make sure you're taking your water breaks between each of these sets. Stay nice and hydrated. All right, I'm going to demonstrate the next ones for you. We are going to do a step up with a crossover punch. So the weight you're looking for here is that upper body crossover punch weight. And then the second one is a split squat with a high row. So you may have to change the weight that you're using for this one. Just kind of depends on you. I'm not going super heavy today. I'm still sore from my last workout a couple days ago. So I'm going to kind of head in a little lighter with the weights this time. So let me do this sideways. So we're going to step up with one. The other knee comes up and we cross over punch. Then we're going to come down. I would like you to try to keep your weights in 90 degrees. But if it's too much, you can take that weight down between, because you're just using one arm at a time. All right, the second one, we're going to have the right foot forward. The left foot is back. So if you don't have a step, it's just on the floor. This is a flat back deadlift, so we have just a little tiny bend to the knee. Pushing your bottom back, we're going to come down with the flat back. We're going to hold. We're going to high row, elbows to the side. We're going to push through that heel, and we're going to come up. So nice and flat back, pushing the bottom back. And then tummy tight, come up. All right, grab those weights. All righty, here we go. Let's go ahead and start by stepping right. Right hand punches left. Come back down, other side. Arms are either at the side, or if you can hold them in 90 degrees. Find a rhythm that works for you. Look down before you step each time, especially if you have a little step like I have. So if you don't have a step, then it looks like this. You're just stepping like you're stepping onto a step. Back and forth. Okay? I think I just did that backwards. I did. Ready? And rest. You know, if I didn't screw up once, I'm not sure it would be a class with me. Okay, left foot back, right foot down. You're up tall. It's not a huge stance. Soft knee, hands in front, shoulders down. Deadlift. Elbows out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press through the heel. Come on up. Squeeze your bottom. Push that bottom back. And gently come up. Abs are tight. Again, we're moving nice and slow. Maintaining control and using the muscles instead of momentum. Gently coming up. Making sure that back is nice and flat. You're opening up the collarbone. Just think about shining that collarbone out. Reaching out through the crown of the head. You should be looking in front of the toes. Please don't tuck that chin. Last one. And take it up. Shake it out. All right. It's a knee lift. Punch across the knee. 5. All right, here we go. See if you can hold those weights in 90. Look before you step. Abs are tight. We're using the ab muscles to turn our body. We're using the shoulders, the arms to punch. And we're using the legs to step up. Heart rate's coming up for sure. Just breathe through it. Take breaks if you need it. Maybe just run one round is all you need. And you can build up to 2. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, little itch. All right, right foot forward, left foot back. Narrow stance, soft front knee, palms face away, shoulder blades down. Should say palms face backwards. Here we go. Push your bottom back, flat back, high row, press through the heel, squeeze your bottom. Moving nice and slow. Really think about the breath, the abs, and the back. Push that bottom backward. You're trying to touch the wall behind you with your bum. Reach out through the crown of the head. When you lift those arms up, it is the muscles in between the shoulder blades. So just think about bringing those shoulder blades together. Last one. And take it up and release. All right, weights down. Please grab some water. All right, readjust my pants. All righty, here we go. So this one is a one-legged move again. We're going to have the leg behind us. This one's going to be a squat, so we're going to go low. We're going to kick back, and then we're going to come up. Low, kick back, come up. We're working on this leg again. The second move is just the opposite, right? So we'll have the left foot forward, right foot back. It's the opposite of what we did in the last round. Soft knee, flat back, pushing the bottom. This is that deadlift. This time we're going to do a lat row with it as we squeeze up. Okay? All right, grab the weight. You do want the weight when we do the left leg move to be the same as the weight you used on the right leg. So for that deadlift, make sure the weight is the same. For this one, you just need to make sure that when we do the left leg of this single leg squat, that you're using the same one. And I'll remind you of that. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and take right foot forward, left foot back. Again, narrow stance. We are going to come down as we lift our elbows up, kick back, press up, press the palm or the hands to the floor. Now, if that's just too much for you, feel free to squat, elbows up, kick back, and slowly come up. Again, if you don't have the step, your foot is just behind you, and you're just putting most of the focus into this front leg. You're pushing through the heel, toes are lifting. It is a balance challenge. So if legs are really what you want to focus on, you can get rid of that weight and just have your hand either on a wall or near a wall or a chair. Whew, shake it out. All right, here goes our second. Catch your breath. So this one's going to be that deadlift with the same weight, but now it's a lat row. All right, here we go. Soft knee, flat back, booty back. Low as you can, lat row, press through the heel, come on up, squeeze your bottom. Keep those abs nice and tight. The elbows graze the ribs. Keep reaching out with the crown of the head. Keep breathing. Nice flat back, opening up through the collarbones. In control. Let's just do one more. All right, come on up. Shake it out. Ooh, timber. Lost my balance right there at the end. All right, back to right foot forward, left foot back. This is our one-legged squat with the kick back. So as you go down, lift the elbows up, kick back, slowly come back up. Abs are tight. The weight is in the heel of the front foot. That other foot is for balance only. It'll get a little bit of work too, so don't be surprised if you're feeling that quad especially. Keep breathing. Press through that heel. Elbows up high, straight arms. Slowly come up. Last one. All right, shake it out. Oh, this section always gets my heart rate up the most. Left foot forward, right foot back. Up tall, shoulders down. Soft knee. Palms face each other. Flat back, push your bottom back. Hips face forward. Lift, press through the heel, come on up. Slowly down, booty back, lat row, toes lift as you come up. Just a soft front knee here. So this one should be felt a lot in that hamstring. Maybe in that low back as well. Reach out with the crown. We are working both of those sections of muscle. Last one. And come on up. Oh, shake it out. Water, please. Okay, next up. So we're going to do the one-legged squat on the left. So left forward, right back. So this is a one-legged squat, but this time we come up and perform a shoulder press. This shoulder press can be whatever you'd like. It can be here. It can be narrow. You can bring it into a Y or a cheerleader shoulder press. You get to pick. Just make sure you're doing the same one for both rounds. Second one are alternating squats off, or curtsies, good heavens. When you come back up, you're going to give me a lateral shoulder raise. Then we'll do the other side and perform it again. All right. Grab that weight, the same weight that you did for the right one-legged squat. Make sure it's the same. All right. You can always use a different weight for the shoulder press. Left foot forward, right foot back, squat down. Press through that heel, come up, tummy is nice and tight, shoulder blades away from the ears. Before you give me that shoulder press, drop that back knee as low to the floor as you can. You're still staying back in the heel. So if you need to, if your knee is going forward to the toes, you need to take a bigger step forward. Shoulder blades down on that shoulder press. Use that breath. Last one. All right, we're going to step up onto your step. If you don't have a step, you're just going to be doing curtsy squats. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Curtsy first. And then come on up. Lateral raise. Pizza feet are first position on that step or floor before you step back into that curtsy. You can have a little bit of hip flexion or your chest dropping towards your legs. That's perfectly acceptable. If this bothers your knees, how about if you just do squats? Or maybe just lunge backs? Or just focus on the arms. We have 10 seconds here. And release. Excellent. All right. Left foot, right foot back. All right, kind of a narrow stance, not super narrow. Again, you want that knee to stay well behind the toes. Here we go. Squat, shoulder press. Pressing through that heel. Those abs are tight, especially as those arms go overhead. You're tucking that tailbone slightly to maintain that nice steady core when your arms go overhead. Breathe. Don't hold that breath in. Last one. Excellent. Shake that out. Ooh. Come on up. Feet in first position, so pizza feet. Should be a slightly V position. All right, let's go ahead and start with the other leg this time. When you come up to the center, go ahead and give me that side lift. If the weight is too heavy and you don't have anything lighter, you can always bend the elbows. So for example, here, okay? Especially if you're traveling. You just never know what those gyms will have at the hotels or the resorts that you're staying at or what's available. 10 seconds. Or you're like me, when I'm on vacation, I don't work out. One more, just one more. And excellent, weights down. Grab some water. Okay. Let me adjust again. Someday I'm going to invent pants that don't have to be adjusted. All right, so this one is, this is a sumo, and then we're going to take it back into a plank. So I like to move my step a little forward on my mat, just because it gives me more room, okay? And then the second one will be, lunges. Okay, so you do have the option of using your mat or an additional mat across your step. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but my step has all these little ridges, and they can be a little hard on the hands. So keep that for future reference too. When we do some more that we're going to be on, our hands are going to be on the step. You may need your mat. I'm going to do it without the mat this time because we're not doing it for very long, so I think it can handle it. So the first one is a sumo. So in a sumo, your legs are wide, your toes are open. Now this is not plie, okay? They're just slightly turned out. It's still a squat, so your bottom still goes back and you still drop to the floor. Please be aware. I'm going to do this without weights so I don't hurt my back. This is not a sumo. You see how much flexion I have in my back? The muscle that's doing the work is your low back. I want your legs to do the work. So when someone says lift with your legs, that's really what they mean. Don't let this upper body do the work. I see it a lot in a sumo. Make sure it is your lower legs that are doing the work and you're just holding the object steady with your torso in your hands. Okay? So, sumo, weights either to the step, to the floor, hands to the step out into plank, come back up into that sumo, grab those weights, squeeze up. If you would like to take this to the next level, instead of a step back, it will be a jump back. Please make sure that we are not here. It's a step back into a solid plank, jump back into open-toed position for that sumo. All right, the next one, again, can be done without the step. We are going to start on the step or start forward. It is a lunge back, knee down, hammer curl at the top. Alternate legs, hammer curl at the top. So if you're on the floor, hammer curl at the top, hammer curl at the top. Okay, this step just forces us to use more muscle, get deeper into that muscle fiber, i.e. makes it more difficult. All right, here we go. Sumos, grab that weight. Toes are open, Legs are wider than hip width. Use those legs. Weights to the step or to the floor. Step or jump. Plank. Tummy's tight. Hold it for just a moment. Step back up. Grab those weights. Squeeze together. When you come back in, if you're stepping, always try to alternate the leg that you're stepping back with. Use that breath. Low as you can. Legs are doing the work. That's why you have the option of placing the weights on the step instead if it's just too far to the floor. Last one. And rest. All right. Stepping up onto your step if you're using it. We have 5 seconds. Lunging back. Hammer curls. Change the weight if you need to. Here we go. Down. Hammer curl. The palms of your hands face each other. The elbows are glued to the side. The movement is happening at the elbow joint only. Nothing is moving in the shoulder. 20 seconds. That wasn't very pretty. 10 seconds. Think about pushing through that heel on the way up. Not pushing off with that back foot if you can help it. And hammer curl, good. I struggle with that as I start to get tired. I tend to push off with that back foot. All right, find those sumo feet. 5, 2, 1, here we go. Low, step or jump. Step or jump. Come back up, squeeze your booty. Back down, one, then the other. Making sure you're alternating the legs that step back. Abs tight, try to keep your shoulders and wrists lined up in that plank. Abs tight, tight, tight. 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. All right. Step on up. If you need water between, please grab it. 5, 4, 3, and begin. Knee down, come up. We're keeping that back nice and flat. Again, let that lower body do the work on that lunge. Nice and slow. Move at your pace. Remember, the higher the step, the harder it is. So if you're really finding some fatigue, see if you can lower that step or start using the floor and ditch the step. All right, you guys, we have one more. Last one. And break. Whew. Go ahead and grab some water. We're going to be moving down toward the floor. So I'm just going to take these weights off to the side. Now I'm going to use my mat. And I like to lay it this way over my step, but then I also have it for my knees. All righty. First one, shoulder touch plank. I'm going to start with the first level, and then I'll move up a level to show you the difference. So here, tummy is tight, reaching out through the crown of the head, reaching back through the tailbone. We are going to do a shoulder tap, right and left. Whoop, hold on. There we go, right and left. I was a little far away. And then a push-up. You get to choose your push-up, maybe diamond push-up, maybe tricep push-up, maybe traditional push-up. My step is kind of narrow, so I'm going to do a tricep push-up. So from here, tricep push-up, push back, tap, tap, push back. You also have the choice of shoulder tap in full plank, and of course doing the push-up in full plank, or just the shoulder tap in full plank, drop to the knees, push-ups. Okay, here we go. Next one is curl those toes, knees hover, drop the hips by swaying, or drop the knees by swaying the hips. So you're thinking about swaying through that pelvic girdle, not dropping the knees. So I want you to rotate in that pelvis. So if the floor is not an option for you, you're going to skip the shoulder taps, and I want you to just do the push-ups against the wall. This one right here, if you can't be on all fours, is just going to be instead, I would like you to focus on a hip lift side to side. So you're not pushing off with the foot, you're actually using this low back, the QL, to lift the rib to the hip, and you're slightly bringing the hip down toward the rib. So you're doing this little crunch on the side, but it's working through the back as well, and you'll just alternate sides. So those are your options if you don't want to be on the floor. Let's go ahead and begin. Finding your plank. I'm going to demonstrate all these with knees down. All right, so first up, tap, tap, tummy tight, push up. Give me your range of motion. You don't have to go as low as I am going if you cannot. More range of motion, of course, gets into more and deeper muscle. If it's too easy up on the step, you can go ahead and change to the floor, which will take this up a level. 20 seconds. Try to keep those wrists as close to under the shoulders as you can. As you can see, mine aren't quite there. But when you come up in an angle, the lines kind of change. One more. And you can sit back. And then the same move for this next one. If your hands, if you don't like them on the step, they can be on the floor. I do find that people don't like to be on their hands don't seem to mind it much on the step. So curling the toes, knees lift, drop, drop. Or if you're standing, you're right here. And just imagine if you're standing that you're between two panes of glass and they are stuck tight to your low back and your belly. So you cannot twist forward and back. It's all side to side. If you're on the floor, you're just dropping the knees across the midline. So just divide your mat in half. And I want you to cross the knee over the line on the other side. If you start to walk back, just walk your toes back up. One more. Good. Take a little break. You can sit back in child's or hands up and just drop your chest. I like this one better. All right, let's line up. 5. So either against the wall for push-ups or shoulder tap and push-up. Shoulder tap. And then push up. Please remember that part of the plank, the shoulder tap, is an ab move. So keep the tummy tight. The tailbone is slightly tucked. If you're in full plank, your knees are tight and you're pressing back through the heels. We have 20 seconds. If you need to take a break, take a break. This is your workout. I'm here to show you where you can go, but you have to listen to your body. We don't want you to get hurt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Sit back and rest. Find that breath. Nice big lungfuls of air. Help to bring that heart rate down. All right, curl those toes and start to drop the knee across the midline. You're in control or you're standing. Hip lift between two panes of glass. Really focusing on lifting up using the back. 20 seconds. Try to keep those shoulders where they are. Let this happen. through those hips. You're also going to feel your quads. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo. Very nice, very nice. And take it up. Okay, water, please. Next up, we're going to lay on the floor. We're going to have one weight across our hips. We're going to do bridge lift. And then we're going to go ahead and do a lat pullover with that one weight. And we're going to drop those legs. So let me demonstrate. Move my mic here. Okay. So it's here. Weight is on the hips. Shoulders are down. Pressing through the feet. Lift up. One leg up. Hips stay where they are. Slowly come down. So when you lift that leg, I don't want to see this happen. Okay? Stay lifted. Weights on the shoulders. Leg comes up. All this stays the same before you come down. If you don't have a step, you're just doing this on the floor. Second one, knees over the hips, arms up over the chest. As we draw the weight down, the feet are going to go down. But we are keeping this very bottom rib and this hip bone locked toward each other. So we're not going to allow this back to round and our belly button to push up toward the ceiling. We are going to maintain nice flat back, tummy's pulled in really tight, shoulders down, nice and locked through that core. Then you're going to drop the feet and the hands, and then we're going to come back to the center. Only drop the feet as low as you can, or keep them there and just do the upper body. You'll know, because if you feel it in your back, if you feel it in your back, you're not doing it correctly. So stop doing the legs. Goodness, I'm making a mess. Okay, here we go. Weight across the hips, shoulders down. All right, lift up, squeeze. Once you're up, kick a leg up, come back down. And now the other side, lift up, other leg up, slowly down. Now as you start to do this, you may start to kind of scooch away. So at any point in time, you can feel free to kind of find your spot back, come back into it. If this is too easy when you come down, hover. Don't let the weights go all the way to the floor. When you're up there, squeeze those glutes. Lift up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And slowly down. Last one, slowly take it down. All right, little break. Here's where we're going to practice. We're going to take that bottom rib. We are going to march it toward the hip. We're going to keep this nice and flat and locked. Knees over hips, arms over chest. Inhale, drop the weight in the legs. Exhale, everything together. You can also drop the legs one at a time. Perfect. Just like that. Listen to your body. Maybe we're just keeping the legs where they are. Maybe we have some shoulder issues and we're just dropping the legs. There's lots of ways you can break this down. Find what works for you and go for it. Just try not to find a reason to not do it. Tummy tight, rib and hip toward each other, and rest. We're going to go back to that first one. So readjust. Weight over the hips. Open through that chest. When we lift our hips, try and bring the weight to the upper back. All right, all the way up. Trying to get all the way up. Adjust that neck, and then foot kick. Slowly back down. Hover or all the way down. Squeeze. You have to maintain that squeeze through the glutes to keep those hips up. If this is really a struggle, maybe let's not kick. Maybe all we're going to do is just hold at the top and squeeze, and then everybody go down together. Squeeze up, kick, slowly down. Up, squeeze, Slowly down. Last one. And break. All right, get that weight ready. Over the chest. Knees go over the hips. Feet come away from the step. Make sure those shoulder blades are down into the mat. That tummy is tight. Low rib and hip connected. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Think about pulling your belly button to your spine, not making a little dome with those abs. And as you pull those arms up, you're using your lats, big muscles in your back. So feel that working below the shoulder blade, on the sides of your back, kind of into that mid-back area. And rest. Excellent. Take a little break. I want you to grab some water if you need it. And then I will show you the next one. All right, so I'm not going to lie. This one I found to be a bit harder than I estimated it to be. So do what you can. Here we go. All right. I like to make extra padding because we're going to be on our elbow and forearm. We're going to be in a side plank position with the knee down. Drop the hip, lift the leg. You are welcome to be here. If you would like, please make sure your elbow is under the shoulder. You're going to get a lot of shoulder work. So as you start to fatigue, you're going to find yourself sinking. Try to stay nice and lifted. We're going to do right, and then we're going to do left. And I think I'll just flip my step onto this side so I don't turn around and show you my backside. All right, that's it. That's all on this one. So let's go ahead and line up. We're going to take one side, elbow directly underneath the shoulder. Hand is out, palm is flat. We're going to take the top leg out. And this leg I have found to be, if it's more toward the step, I actually found it more uncomfortable. It felt better to have it further away. So just do what you need to do. Listen to your body. All right. But this is important, the elbow and the shoulder. Lift out, shoulders down and back and together. Drop the hip toward the floor. Lift the leg, just like that. So we're working some core here. We're working some side hip and leg. The foot is flexed. If being on the elbow is too much, standing position will be just this right here. Just a standing leg lift. You can be against a wall to hold on to for your balance if you need to. 10 seconds. Try to hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Ooh. Other side. We have 5 seconds. Elbow lines up underneath that shoulder. When you're ready, begin. Now, of course, if lifting the leg is too much, you can just do the hip, or you can just do the leg lift. You can break any move down that you need to, again, just as long as you don't find a reason to not do it. Of course, keeping in mind injuries, anything your doctor or physical therapist has told you to avoid. 10 seconds. Abs are tight, and again, we're imagining between 2 panes of glass. Done. All right. Whew. Flip. That one always surprises me, how much it burned. All right, 5 seconds. Get ready. And begin. Elbow under shoulder. Palm is flat, hand relaxed. Drop and lift. Drop. Foot is flexed. We're between two panes of glass. We have about 20 seconds left. If you need a break, take it. You can just come out of it and sit back. You can just hold it and do that leg lift. Whatever you need to do to take a break. We have about 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Whoop. I'm struggling. Ready? Begin. Don't wait for me. Keep going. Foot is flexed. Abs are tight. Or again, if you're standing. All right, switching legs. Of course, I hope you haven't been doing that same leg the whole time. Foot is flexed. Go straight out. Again, you're also between two panes of glass. 15. Elbow right underneath that shoulder. Lifting out. There should be space between your shoulder and your ear. Whoops. Just totally forgot part of the move. And done. How long was I doing that? Sitting back. Oh, sweet relief. All right, let's go ahead and have a seat. I want to give you a quick stretch before I leave you. So let's start in legs out straight because my hips were like, no, we are not going cross-legged. So we'll start here. We're going to let my hips take a little break. Shoulders down, reaching out through the crown, tummy tight. If you have a strap, of course, you can use that. Or just grab a hold of those legs. Reaching out through the crown, bring that tailbone back. Legs are straight. Feeling the back of the legs. Let's go ahead and take that right over the left. We're going to hug in with the left. The right hand comes behind. We're going to lift the heart. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck or pull and twist, looking behind your right shoulder. Shoulder blades are down away from the ears, and you're twisting from the belly button. Breathe into the chest. And release. Let's go ahead and do that other side. Extend, leg in, hug in with the right, left hand behind. Lift up, big inhale, pull in, twist from the belly, exhale. Keep pulling that knee into the chest to get that stretch through the side hip. And release it, coming back to the center. We're going to sit cross-legged now, maybe. Yes. Yes, my hip said it's all right. So from here, all we're going to do is just lean down, sway side to side, just opening up through the low back as we stretch into the hips. You may also feel the stretch in the low back. And back to the center. We're going to go ahead and take it up. We're going to change the legs. So the other is forward. If you can't cross your legs, don't worry. You can just take those legs out straight again and work on the back of the legs instead. Now from here, we're going to go to one side. Just take those arms out, shoulders down, hold the stretch. Be heavy in the opposite side. So you're rooting down through the hip and sits bone of the opposite side. And now let's go ahead and switch. Just getting a little deeper into that low back. Abs in. Back to the center. Slowly walk it up. Now we're going to take the soles of the feet together into that butterfly. Up tall, shoulders down. Let those knees open. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and take it up into tabletop, all fours. We're going to stretch out the calves. So from tabletop, curl those toes. Let's take those hips up, and we're just focusing on the heel drop. You can drop them one at a time, or you can drop both heels down toward the mat. Do not worry if they don't touch the mat. Just feel the stretch through the calves. Hold and breathe.
And now bend those knees, walk those hands back toward the feet, and find your way into forward fold. If you cannot touch the floor, your hands are on your body. Let that head be heavy. And now we're going to bend those knees, hands to your thighs. We're going to round our back as we come up. Shoulder roll at the top. If you need to, find your way close to a wall or a chair. We're going to take right leg, right hand. The knees are going to come together. We're going to tuck and press. If you want to work on that balance, just take your hand away from the wall. The knees should be together, or this leg that you're stretching should be slightly behind that stabilizing leg. Make sure your stabilizing leg has a little tiny bend to it. And release, kick forward, and then other side. Reach down and grab. Tuck and press, soft knee. Knees are lined up. Tuck your hip, press your hip forward. Shoulders down. Make sure everything's pointed forward. Breathe. And release, kick that leg forward. Perfect. Finding your way just into mountain pose. Let's take that right arm out, draw it across the body, shoulder down. This is a nice, easy shoulder stretch. Switching to that other side. Shoulder down, away from the ear. All right, we worked those triceps, so let's go ahead and take that arm back behind. Try to prevent yourself from bringing chin in. We want to be looking straight out. Elbow as pointed as much toward the ceiling as you can. I really just want you to feel the stretch right here. And let's go ahead and switch sides. And release. We are going to take those fingers. We're going to interlace. We're going to take them inside out. We're going to round. We're going to push the palms away as we're rounding our spine, dropping the shoulder blades down, tummy tight. We're going to take it to the right, feeling the stretch move down the lat. And center. And other side. And center, and arms all the way up, shoulder blades drop, looking forward so there's space between your chin and chest, getting that wrist stretch in. And then hands behind the back, interlace, squeeze your blades, lift your heart, arms off the body if you can. Tuck your chin, stretch in the back of the neck. And then look up at the ceiling, stretching through the front of the neck. And release. Let's go ahead and take one big inhale. And exhale. Excellent. And pat yourself on the back. That was a very tough workout. Congratulations for completing it, no matter how you completed it. I hope you join me next time for our next session. Or if you're really feeling this tomorrow, go ahead and take a yoga class. Thank you so much. Have a great day.